What up, Twitch? It's your boy PU2 coming at you on a Monday night. And you know Mondays, those are the days that we do D&D. So we got the crew here together. All of them are up on the cameras. And just wanted to read you in on a conversation we have started before break, which is kind of fun. So we'll get to that in just a second. Reminder, you can find PU2 on all the social medias. We have a Patreon. We have a Discord. It's that up there in the screen. Also, check out our merch store. I've updated our merch store. Our magnets were going out of the shop, but I've replaced the Osmoderna Jones, which was our COVID D&D campaign we did. We changed them to masks, so you can get your own Osmoderna Jones mask, which is kind of funny and ironic. So check out our merch store.
We just like to make light of pandemics. You know, they're so depressing generally. We just like to bring a little humor.
If not us, then who? You know, that's all I'm saying. So this is the crew. We got Ledbed here. Check out his channel. We've got Alex here. Check out his channel. We've got PS Zombie. We've got Climate Changer, and we've been talking about.
I have no channel.
This is your channel. This can be your home if you want. All of y'all. This can be your home, your landing space.
That's sweet.
You know, offer this as a place of soft landing. All right, so we were talking about aliens before the break.
We were.
What was the headline? I have not seen this headline, but I was enjoying the discussion. So.
Space aliens.
Space aliens.
Yes. So aliens. Yeah, aliens.
Aliens. What are they? What
Took a moment for that clarification, but I'm very grateful you made it.
We averted a cancel. You can put one ticker on the cancel avoider.
Gen Z was like, "What? Oh, okay."
Oh, okay. I think the like the gist of it is there was a high-ranking U.S. military official who has come forward publicly with a whistleblower complaint about extraterrestrial technology that the government has had in its possession for many, many years, and there's a lot of it's more compelling than the usual fare of this type because of his credentials and because of the people who are corroborating this stuff. So it's not a surefire thing, obviously, but it is very interesting, and that's where we were leaving off.
Gotcha. And then you said put on your tinfoil hats.
So interested in our nukes, as in they don't like that we have our nukes?
Okay, so you have to forgive me because I've been just casually scrolling Reddit.
That is such the best lead-in. The best lead-in.
So I've been learning everything there is to know on Reddit, which is obviously a valid reason.
And I have some new opinions on The Little Mermaid.
Oh no!
We just avoided the cancel. We just avoided it.
In Ethno state, no.
And now my worldview is different. Again.
Again. And it'll change again when I keep scrolling. Yeah. So I don't know if I read this in like a tinfoil hat comment or if I read this on like an article. Probably the former. But apparently there's like a lot of sightings around nuclear silos and things like that, or there's a history of alleged sightings around nuclear silos, and the idea is that possibly setting off a nuclear weapon of some kind has greater environmental impacts beyond just its local like explosion site, and therefore that's what could have attracted attention from entities beyond our planet to us. Be like, oh, that's how they found us in the first place, kind of a thing. I think.
Well, I think just right now, like as Oppenheimer's coming out, is the perfect time for them to make first contact.
They can watch it with us.
Because the public will never be more educated on nuclear
development.
Oh, nukes, okay.
Yeah, wasn't he one of the scientists that developed the atom bomb? Is that how it went down?
Yeah, he's the guy who said, "I am become death, destroyer of worlds." It's his big famous quote. But mostly it's a Christopher Nolan film. It's been a while, so I'm pretty excited.
Which means there's like a twist, like we're actually inside his brain.
Yeah, David Bowie's going to be like, "I invented the bomb."
Good, great, good.
Remember The Prestige?
Yes. Oh, wow. It's been a minute.
Feel like that is if you're advanced enough to space travel to where we are, you would have figured out nuclear along the way.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, I mean, you can figure it out.
Like they know what it is.
Like,
I think
I hope you don't
the
do
signature
this.
nuclear explosion is the thing that's like they're like, oh, they're advanced enough for us to pay attention. Like this could be dangerous for any number of unknown reasons to us, but
what's the scientific term for like harnessing a star? It's a certain something cage or something.
Dyson sphere, like a
Dyson sphere. Yeah, I feel like they're like if you're on nuclear fusion or fission, and we just cracked fusion, so like we're in that period,
right?
Like we figured out how a sun works, but then like the next step would be harnessing a sun. I feel like that's the level of like playing field as far as advanced civilizations go. It's like I feel like people are figuring out the Dyson spheres, not just the
I think it kind of makes more sense from I'm just going to assume the aliens are everything we say they are, and makes more sense from their perspective because like who cares when a civilization is advanced enough to be friends? You want to know when they're advanced enough to be enemies.
A threat. Yeah.
And right now we are advanced enough to be enemies, but we're not advanced enough to be friends with anyone. So it makes sense to make forced contact now when it's like, all right, before you come attack me, let me say hi. It's like, oh yeah, we can't send people to Mars, but we could send a nuke to Mars if we wanted to.
Right.
Or we could just randomly send craft every 30 or so years to just crash in the desert for no reason.
They're just sending their billionaires.
Yeah.
It's just alien Elon Musk is crashing
Send him
Nevada.
to Earth. We're tired of him.
Like, God, I'm glad he will shut up.
I think it's funny. It's like, there's a term
Invader
for like,
Zim.
like the theory or paradox or whatever it is, where like technology advances faster than transportation. So basically, you should like the moment we can get to Mars, we shouldn't, because by the time that first vessel would get to Mars, we would have invented something many times faster that would actually get to Mars before that first thing we sent out.
Interesting.
Because if you think about it, like if it's a 100-year mission and then 50 years in you invent something twice as fast, it gets there at the same time as that initial mission.
Well, maybe
only with much better technology.
And you're just like, hey, let's build in a sidecar on the motorcycle to Mars, and we can load everyone into that, and then jettison the original mission to get on like the Apple version or whatever. Wow, that was a lot of weird combination of things. Sorry.
Have you guys heard of like the dark forest theory?
Yeah,
I guess. Heard of the theory, but I don't know. I don't know the theory. Will you tell me?
It's pretty cool. It's summed up with a metaphor, really, where it's like if you're a hunter in the forest at night and you have a crossbow or something, and there's another hunter in the forest, like just from the standpoint of just survival, like you are going to survive if you're the person to shoot the other hunter first. So regardless, like since you know nothing about the other hunter, you can't talk to them, you can't see them, like, you have to assume, like, if they see you first, they might shoot
just blow you up.
There's the potential to kill you.
It's like, I guess the likelihood of a civilization, like, risking their own survival just to contact another civilization is pretty low.
To shoot first, like Greedo.
Yeah.
I would say the only thing that would like overcome that is if they are just that much more advanced to where like there would be a risk perhaps of like an initial first contact conflict, but there was no actual risk of us like wiping out their civilization or doing significant damage to them. Then they might risk it because even if the initial contact goes bad, they could just wipe us out if they didn't like how it went.
I think distance there plays a big part of it.
See excerpt for the first contact war in Mass Effect. That's basically what that is.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's not quite equivalent though, because the humans at that point were actually able to hold their own against the Turians.
True.
And that was part of the reason why it was like part of the reason why humans were like accepted into the intergalactic society, and part of the reason why there was significant bad blood. We would have
Right.
just, I guess, become slaves to the Turians if we hadn't been able to hold our own. But that's kind of the problem with weaponry, at least the way we develop it now. And I got to assume that
I've
also
come
develop it
to
in a
realize
similar
I
way.
explained that metaphor very poorly.
Just like speed and mass and kinetic forces, like these things kind of work no matter who you are, where you are. Like we don't really have a good way to mitigate them, other than putting mass in between you and the force.
Right.
And there's upward limits of that. So theoretically, the weapons we have would work fine on pretty much anyone who would show up, and vice versa. Their weapons would probably work really well against us as well. So
I read this
one
book where they hypothesized that an advanced enough civilization could accelerate just one particle, like one proton, like fast enough that could destroy your planet. And if you give any object enough velocity, regardless of its mass.
Well, if you remember in the first G.I. Joe movie, they used a railgun to destroy London, and it worked really
Same
well.
thing.
But I think I messed the metaphor up because it's like
G.I. Joe.
if you're the first hunter to light a fire, and the other hunters can now see you, like, or you're like exposing yourself all the possibilities of while not being able to see anyone. So that's sort of like sending out radio signals and stuff, like, is equivalent to the fire. Anyway,
Yeah.
I've totally botched the explanation. I'm gonna have to like Google it now and find it on Wikipedia or something.
According to Climate Changer, the dark forest theory is when you send a dark forest cake to all of your friends, and whoever gets it first
I think
kills
you're right.
everyone else.
The idea is that, like, it is logical to be paranoid when you don't really know much about other civilizations.
Yeah, I kind of like the angle of peeing on your space tree, right? Like marking your territory.
Okay,
like in the dark forest. Like in the dark forest, you'd be lighting the fire. You'd be like, "Hey, we figured out fire over here, and it's a big fire. You don't get too close, you'll get burned. But hey, look at us.
Yeah,
we're on the map now."
Sure.
Yeah, that's the whole theory. We could go all day with these folks.
And we will.
And we will. Speaking of dark forest, you know what else has a dark forest? Sandtopia! That's where we are here on this campaign. So transition.
Nice.
Campaign.
Campaign. So IBSTPSNIC. I built a Sandcastle this past summer. Now it's a campaign. That's what we've been playing. PS Zombie, what are you playing in this campaign?
I am playing Luca. He is a half-elf bard, and he believes himself to have a claim to the throne of Sandtopia. He's currently attempting to make moves to usurp. He's not too worried about the whole like prophecy of the kingdom being destroyed. That's pretty ancillary to him. It's mostly about the now, and in the now he's trying to be king. So
I just wanna be king.
I just can't wait.
Then we also got Climate Changer over there in the corner as well.
Hello.
What are you playing as? Climate?
I'm playing Bagarath, the aberrant spirit paladin, who has resurfaced after millennia of being trapped in an ethereal void space. Through sheer power of will, he has pulled himself back through, and in the process received the blessing of a divine being, which has led him to pursue the paladin.
Nice. All right, and we also have Alex. Alex, could you give me like a little space off your mic and then tell us who you're playing as?
I sure can. I can do both of those things.
Thank you.
So you're welcome. So I am playing Rothaga, who's a lizard folk. Kind kind of fell into this group a little bit haphazardly, but if you happen to catch last week's session, you'll know that he perhaps has an axe to grind with another party member in relation to the disappearance of his parents due to the mysteries of the blue chicken. So, you may have forgotten, but Rothaga has not.
Oh, no.
So yeah, that's me.
Would that be considered foul play?
Ooh.
I'm logging off.
I've just canceled my internet.
Cancel the electricity. I don't want any of this.
Great.
All right.
Great.
No doubt.
I'm gonna go walk into a lake.
Then we also got Leadbet. What are you playing as?
That's me. I play as a ranger who is allegedly a person named Gerbil. He is a person. His name is Gerbil, but he's also a little aloof, so it's hard to kind of pin him down. He is the self-proclaimed leader of Gerbil and the Warriors 3, despite the fact of him holding no leadership title whatsoever in relation to what we're doing. But in his heart of hearts, he is the ultimate human
He's
being.
the leader. And we had some interesting diving into backstories from both Rothaga and Gerbil last night. Mostly Gerbil. But if you do not follow us on social media, you should, because we posted a lot of those Meetings Gerbil's family videos on TikTok and Facebook and Instagram. So check all those out. They crack me up. As well as check out this Discord chat too, as we've got memes about aliens going on right now. So while you guys are cruising that, and while the party members are coming out with funny memes for you to enjoy, I'm going to do a quick recap of Santopia. There's my music. All right, welcome back to Santopia, the kingdom where 6 kings rule until the kingdom's end. The cryptic prophecy that grips the land and causes mass hysteria. The king has commissioned the 4 of you to investigate various issues throughout the kingdom. Currently, you are figuring out why somebody has sabotaged the crops of the kingdom. Your journey led you towards the desert by way of the swamp. You decided to stop in, probably not the best move, but stop into the Gerbil homestead, where you met Spud and Grandma Gerbil, and you all spent the night there. Luca also decided he was going to put Spud, his sort of anti-hero to Gerbil, under a little bit of a spell to be a little bit more kind. But so that happened. You all left after getting a good rest and being slightly confused about what was going on in the house, to stop on the way to eat some bugs over in Rathaga's neck of the woods, where you guys had stopped for lunch at the best insect buffet this side of the swamp. You also headed out from there and met a giant crocodile that seemed like he was hungry and ready to have you for a snack. And that is where we are now, as you all prepare for battle, wondering where this adventure is going to take you. And in the back of all of y'all's mind, wondering what the desert lies in store. And in the very back of one party member's mind, Bagarath's, is the cryptic memory and vision of the Sun Devil, who is at the end of the desert, waiting for you. That's where we are now. Man, I can't get I'm off on my timing on that. But that has been my Sandtopia recap. And let's get some character tokens on the board for that good old alligator I just threw out. I thought I threw it out. Let me throw it out again.
Hiya.
For
Yo,
my 360.
These memes are on fire.
Spicy memes.
I gotta
The chocolate cake or something, I don't know.
these chickens are up to something.
These chickens are up to something.
Up to
Classic.
something.
The meme game in this group, though. It's pretty good.
It's pretty great. So I'm gonna pull up the initiative counter.
I like how like Facebook quality memes have come back around to being really funny.
I agree. Yep. I'm happy for that too because you know,
It's the only meme I'm
to me, like,
capable of making and enjoying.
I was trying to say that in a much more like self-flattering way, and you're just like, yeah, I don't know how to. I don't even get the new ones. They're weird.
I don't
so I
have
like
a better sense of humor than that.
right.
Can someone help me grab my character token? For some reason, it's not letting me do it. Unless I am doing it wrong, which is
These chickens
very
are up
likely.
to something.
Where's the alligator?
Over there where the icon is, and then I'm going to interrupt. Sorry,
His character's so
interrupting
invisible.
the meme game with,
right there.
with artwork
Thank
of
you.
what you're encountering. So
Ooh.
we'll have to pause on the meme game for a second as you admire the giant crocodile that I can not describe as well as that picture. So that's why I say
Is that Gerbil?
yeah, yes,
You're talking about the alligator, right?
yeah.
Gerbil's just a giant
Yes.
monster. No, I like Gerbil in this little like
Leather
strappy
bikini?
leather bikini. Yeah, that feels like my vibe.
Go ahead. I moved your character token right next to my icon. Our battle is taking place over the W in Swamp Spillway, so move your tokens that way.
I already gave him one.
Oh,
so
you already gave
maybe
him
he's
one.
double
Okay.
loaded.
So we're like in direct contact with
I will
this thing.
delete mine. Yeah, it's popped up in the water in front of you.
Yeah.
I'll get some music going as you all start to
Oh, we're doing initiative, yes?
roll initiative.
Initiative.
Initiate.
Let's say words in weird.
Good God.
weird
Gosh.
Does that mean I got 2 turns?
Luca, that's crazy.
Dang.
Yeah, I think you should get 2 turns for that.
Joke's on you, it's like golf.
Is it?
Oh,
Hang on, I'm
Is
sorry.
it?
No, it's not. It's
No.
not. It's
Dang it.
not. No.
That wasn't me being.
Kind of
That wasn't me
excited.
being snarky. I was about to ask a question.
Oh, what was I didn't hear you. What?
I just found it. I couldn't find the initiative button.
Oh.
You said it's just like golf, and I literally was about to say, "Is it? But it came off as me just being like, "Is it? Is it PU2? Do you actually know what golf is, you idiot?"
I don't. I'm just kidding.
I don't know either.
Some kind of cake.
It's great way to stay in shape. All right, you all jump as the giant crocodile jumps out of the water. Luca reacts very quickly and puts himself at the top of the initiative order. So, Luca, you're looking at this giant crocodile in front of you and the rest of the party. So, what do you choose to do?
Hang on, I was generating memes. All right.
Of course, naturally.
Full attention.
Playing
Report
D&D
game.
is backseat to the meme game. We understand
Absolutely.
this. You don't have to apologize.
I love a good
Okay.
Michael Scott.
Like every time, I need to remember the things I can do. Tis the nature of D&D.
Tell it how important you are.
Let's see. He needs to know.
It's so
Yeah.
That was like so snarky. Just brag about
Tell them how
yourself.
important you are.
Maybe you can convince it
Yeah.
not to eat us.
Please.
Okay.
It might work. I don't know. I mean, it's
You never
D&D.
know. I mean,
Yeah.
I gotta see because
try.
like
this
not,
thing could be like a philosopher crocodile. You know,
not
like,
all my spells work on not people. I have a lot of spells that are better on people than they are on crocodiles.
The urban warrior.
Yeah, what can I say? Like I'm trying to become king of people, not a king of beasts.
Yeah, that's a different
yeah, so
archetype.
I'm gonna try to install an illusion in its mind, per usual. And what would What would a giant crocodile be afraid of? Giant Australian man.
That's awesome.
What's a more in-universe
One I meant to
answer
use.
that? Yeah, I think I'll do just like a giant version of Goebbels. You know, was it your father or your uncle? I forget.
Uncle
My
Spud.
uncle.
A giant Spud appears.
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
gonna do a
buddy.
giant spud.
Oh no.
So I'm gonna cast Phantasmal Force. Oh, what a wall of text.
I just keep thinking of McAllister's and like the Spud Max, which
So
is
he's
just
gotta do-
like a fully loaded potato.
Exactly. This is a fully loaded Goebbels uncle.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So there's a illusion of a giant spud, and I'm gonna kind of put him like standing over me, hopefully discouraging the crocodile from coming at me. So
Can
it's
we
got to
see
do
it?
an intelligence saving throw.
Okay.
And
It is not smart.
that's a failure. So while it's affected by the spell, it treats the phantasm as if it were real. And each round on your turn, the phantom can deal 1d6 psychic damage to the target. So he sees the giant spud say, "Get over here!" Because he's Shrek in my mind. I know that wasn't his real accent. But,
Donkey!
in my mind, Gerbil is like green and has antennae. I know he's a
That
perfectly
makes
normal
complete
human, but like
sense.
I see him as subhuman, like just
Sure.
personally.
Strong Shrek energy.
That's
coming
how I
from Gerbil.
interpret him.
Like
And so
homeschooled
it goes
Shrek.
and it
I don't
slams
know.
down on the
No offense,
crocodile. It's going to do
Homeschool Shrek.
1d6
Nice.
psychic damage. So that's
What
going
a
to be
great
4 psychic
insult.
damage.
Sorry.
And it's going to kind of crouch over me to, like, I don't know, protect me. But
You see.
it's your choice how much it heeds the illusion.
Yeah, you see the crocodile, a tiny tear appear in its eye as it flashes back to a memory when it is a young crocodile and it accidentally just huddled in a house for warmth, and a giant man came out of the corner and said, "Who let you in the house?" and chased it around the house and chased it out. And it shudders at the memory as it realizes that this is in fact the same being, and now it is.
Identifying and exploiting trauma is my
Yeah.
strong suit.
Yeah.
Strength. It's your biggest strength.
And
That's how I formed my party. Like,
What an
all of you are
utterly
here
terrifying
That's
story.
true,
of that
actually.
skill.
but that's not the trauma
So you're
because
just
it
like
it
a
ran away.
sociopath.
It ran away and hid in the chicken pen
You wanna put
and
a
was
label
force
on
fed by a gerbil. That's the trauma.
Yeah, it wasn't the spud. He was fine with that.
Yeah.
It was the ensuing animal abuse at Gerbil's hand.
Yeah, that's what did it.
You can see like its tail is still blue.
It hides it out of shame. It's like
I've tried to like implant like feathers in it, you know, to like give it a more cool appeal. It didn't work out.
Everything is chickens.
It was a failed transplant.
it is. Is that it for your turn, Luca?
Yes, that's
Okay.
all I'll do.
So for its turn, it's going to avoid Luca because it sees Spud over there and is triggered. It also sees Gerbil and is triggered. And so it goes to the closest thing similar to its appetite out here in the swamp, which is a lizard folk. It is not the size that he usually eats, but he's going to go for it. So he's going to do a bite and a tail attack. So the first is a bite. That is towards our boy Rathaga.
Oh no.
I am
Very
going
rude.
to
That's very
I'm
do
basically
something about
one
that.
of you.
Okay.
yeah.
I'm going to use my reaction to cast Silvery Barbs.
You see within
So
60 feet, you success.
Force it to re-roll that and use the lower roll.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. That was gonna sting.
Oh, lucky duck.
Mm.
So you see it try to chomp, and then after some magical interference, it
Yeah, so
misses
you see me like throw magical needles that spike its mouth right as it's about to get a good bite.
Oh, thank you.
And then I'll go ahead and I'll give Rothaga advantage on his next attack. 'Cause
Okay.
I get to pick somebody else to give advantage.
With that, it shudders and uses its other part of its attack, its tail. And does a 16 hit you, Rathaga?
16. If I'm looking at armor class,
Yes.
if it matches,
Yeah, it hits.
does
Meets
it
it beats.
hits? Okay, meets it, beats it. Yeah, then it hits.
So its target, one target not grappled by the crocodile, bludgeoning damage. So we'll roll that. 12, and then you have to succeed in a strength saving throw or be knocked prone. So give me a strength save as the tail comes and a long bluish
Be
tail
strong.
comes down and tries to thwack you. 14. Oh, you are knocked prone.
That was still a good throw.
Thank goodness.
And you will take 12 damage. So mark that on your character sheet.
Done.
Okay. It is finished its reign of terror and its turn. I'm going to move it closer to Rathaga, though. Okay. And it is Gerbel's turn.
My turn. Let's see. I think I'm. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to try to get away because I'm pretty sure I'm in the swamp with Rothaga, right?
Yeah. Y'all are in that water. You chose kind of two different paths. This is the wetter of the two paths, so you've been trudging through water.
That makes sense. How high is it to me?
You're kind of short, so it's on up around your, I would say, chest area.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I'd still be able to aim a bow, you think? Or
Yeah,
would it be,
yeah.
like,
You
in
could
the
kind of
water?
pop. You could kind of pop it up and aim it.
Cool. I lost you for a sec, but I think I heard you say that's okay.
Yeah. You can get
Like,
your
that's what
arms
I'm gonna
up.
Choose to hear.
You can get your arms up and shoot it.
Anybody else having audio issues, or is it just me?
Keep it up. Avoid it.
Mine's normal.
Okay, yeah, you sound fine to me, and I almost knew immediately the climate changer was trolling me.
Almost.
But Craig or PU2, you cut out for me for a sec.
Really?
Yeah, I can hear you now though.
Okay. Well, yeah, you can. Shoot
so you said
arrows.
yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
I can fire my longbow.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry to hold everyone up. Yeah. Oh, okay. I just
Do
pressed
it.
longbow and it said.
Do it.
Do it.
Did I do it?
Hasn't popped up yet.
Do it.
Okay.
Do what must be done.
I'm still waiting for you to do something. Let's see here. I just clicked the item name, right? In order to do the pew-pew?
No. You click the attack.
Well, that's why.
You can tell we haven't had a combat in a while. We've been just role playing for 2
I
seconds.
know, I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, here we go. I got it. I think. Did I do it?
Yeah.
I did it.
You did it. It was not a good
Poorly,
roll.
but I did
You missed the water. You just kind
Natural
of,
one.
you know how like when you were a kid or something at the pool and you would like hold a ball down to watch it pop up, but when you let it go to pop up,
Yeah.
it would just like bubble up to the surface and then it wouldn't do anything. That's kind of what you were just like in the water. The arrow just kind of floats on the water. Yeah.
And just like reflexively, Gerbil goes, "Yay!" Oh no, wait.
You like don't put the string on the end of the arrow and then it just falls.
Yeah. Gerbil's easily excited, so even having stuff like splash around in the pool around him is kind of nice. So.
I think
Oh, buddy.
you're a ranger. I love how your background says goober. Oh man, that's great.
Is that what it says?
Yeah. You get an extra attack. I wanted to
Oh
verify
yeah,
that.
that is my background description. Yes, absolutely. It's hilarious.
Also, just make
I don't know why I
sure
said it's hilarious. Like I'm so funny.
something to keep track of though, Leadbet, is just make sure you're keeping track of your armos. It's kind of like ammunition. So we probably haven't.
Oh, okay, for sure.
It's not a big deal. We just haven't really told you to do that. So
up
just
with that.
run it over.
No, that's okay. Now,
Yeah.
now that I know what, and I could probably make a few assumptions too. Like,
Yeah.
I you know,
You can always
probably
fetch
cut that
one.
in
Like
half
the
or
one you
whatever,
just shot's floating in front of your face, so you like fetch that one if you wanted to. But
I'll grab that one back.
okay. Do you want to do another attack? You
I get
an
a second
extra-
action?
Yes, a second attack if you want it.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw this spear that I have.
Ooh.
All right, wait, it's piercing damage. Can I throw it?
Sure.
Yeah, you can throw a spear.
Yeah.
Okay. And I just fire that off the same way,
Yeah. Click on the.
or is that special because I'm throwing it?
Ooh, I'd say that's special. Well done.
Wow. You're just opposite ends of the spectrum here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I clearly should just give up using this
Mountains
one,
and valley, peaks and valleys. This one. All right. Can you click on the spear two-handed description in the chat? That'll tell you how much damage you're doing.
With your
That's
critical
good.
hit.
Critical.
Critical. Get over here.
Wait, did I do that right?
I think I probably should do more than that.
Check his math there, PS Zombie.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't count the critical. Yeah, I should do 1d8 more than that. So you can just roll 1d8 separately.
Okay.
If you type / roll space 1d8.
Oh, that's cool. I was gonna use the UI, but it's not popping up. You said, what was it again?
/ roll space 1d8.
Fuck that.
You can type that in the chat
1d8.
on the roll 20. Nice. Okay.
Okay.
So that
12.
would be 12 total. Cool.
All right, nice.
Let's see.
That's it,
Nice.
folks. It is now midnight. It took me 5,000 years to get that turnover.
It's all right. All right. That's your turn. No movement, Gerbil. Do you choose to move your
How
character?
far could I go? Should I make?
You could move towards
Like,
the
is it
crocodile, or you can move away.
Go
from
all
it.
the way, man.
I would like to move away from the
close as you can.
crocodile.
Okay.
I mean, I'm kind of scared of moving closer to this giant version of my uncle, but I guess I'll accept that for now.
Well, actually, only the croc can see that.
Oh, okay, cool,
Because it's an illusion in his mind.
Gotcha. Okay.
He also doesn't
You
like
guys
you,
just-
though.
You guys just see me waving my hands dramatically, and
Okay.
you're not really sure why. Actually, I guess I'm playing a rockin' tune on my harp.
Nice.
So you give yourself a couple blocks, a couple squares. You have up to 30 feet of movement, but for this scale, that's about 2 squares.
Okie dokie. Well, I guess I'll just run towards Luca. I guess it's
So
at the
each
shore.
square is 15 feet.
Yes.
Boop, boop.
All right.
All right. Bag of Wrath. I guess we're in a boat. Or are we just in the water? Am I underwater right now?
Yeah. You guys are kind of walking through the water, so your pieces are kind of armor are kind of floating.
He just sees, I guess, the bottom of a giant alligator, and knows it could be bad for the team. So he's gonna like channel his divinity, his divine natural powers, to summon some like ethereal fog vines that kind of come up out of the mud to try and wrap around this crocodile. It's gonna have to make a strength or dexterity saving throw.
Oh,
Its choice.
It's definitely going to be strength.
Okay. Well,
It's a big croc.
the
Crikey!
vines sort of wrap around it, and then it just jerks a little bit, and they fade away. They were just. And Bagwrath's can go, well, all right. And he's going to move 30 feet in the opposite direction of the...
Cool. Oh, we got another meme.
As he slogs through the mud underwater.
And on Rathaga's turn, we will... You see the meme of Rathaga.
Alligator eating
on
an
his
alligator.
turn.
I'm ready.
Crocodile.
I thought it was appropriate.
All right, so I've got a score to settle with this thing because it tried to kill me.
True.
As you do.
If you want to interpret it that way.
forgotten. I mean, he was coming at me mouth open. I felt threatened.
Yeah. I can see that.
Let's All right, I'm gonna hit him with my great club.
Probably needs to... Nice.
Sorry. Sweet.
Nice.
All right.
That'll work.
And I probably should have had to move closer to him to hit him with the club.
Okay. So you need to be next to my little
Yeah, so you have to
face.
use half your movement to stand up, and then...
Wait, where should I be?
Or you could just crawl over him. But you should probably stand up.
Where were you before you just moved your character?
I was right here.
Yeah, so you would use 15 of your 30 feet to stand up, because if you wanted to, because you're not prone on the ground, like.
Oh, yeah.
So in this case, you would just be kind of in the water. So 15 of your movement you would need to use if you wanted to stand up, and you are next to the crocodile already when you used your club. So you can choose to move away, but the crocodile would get a swipe at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to get
Moving
away
away
from
is for cowards.
it. I'm a coward. I'm just gonna try to get away.
You also technically
shame.
had advantage on that attack, thanks to my silvery barbs.
Okay. Well,
But
Oh yeah.
it hit anyways, but it could have crit, so you might want to roll again,
yeah, just
in case.
That's a good point. So just hit your great
Try.
club
Here
again,
it comes.
Alex.
Here comes the crit.
Oh, yeah.
Big crit.
No, it's so.
That's just damage.
Worse.
No, you got to roll the attack again.
Oh. Sorry, gotcha. Coming out.
Here it
I know.
comes.
5e is the easiest thing in the world, right? Haha. Let's go. One more. It still hits. Still 5 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
Let's go.
And as you escape,
It misses.
it chomps at you but misses.
Haha.
It's distracted by an ethereal meme of what was posted in Discord. It sees that and it's distracted. Misses the attack. All right, Luca.
Luca is me. All right, I'm going to. Let me just make sure I can use this if he doesn't understand me. The target can hear you, though it need not understand you. That's my favorite kind of spell.
Brainwashing.
I'll say, "Screw you, you dumb alligator," and use vicious mockery.
I'm a crocodile. It's different.
He's got to do a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I'm not a. You said alligator or you said alligator. I'm not an alligator, I'm a crocodile. I stay in the swamp. I never leave, like my brethren.
I'm like, alligators are the freshwater ones, you jerk.
It's like that, what's that Family Guy line where he's like, an alligator
How dare you
to
exist
alligator
in this
to
freshwater.
crocodile meeting. He's like, because it's nice to get out of the swamp once in a while. And they all just look at him.
Pop it up out of the water.
Yeah.
That's so good. I forgot about that.
Alright, it fails, so it takes 7 psychic damage.
Ooh. As you're in its
And it has
mind.
disadvantage on the next attack roll it does. So that could help one of my friends. And then the giant spud is going to do its attack and do 3 psychic damage to him.
Get over here. Don't.
Get over here. It slams him.
Okay.
And I'm going to, as a bonus action, I'll expend a Bardic Inspiration and I will give it to Bagarath. So you can add 1d8 to the next saving throw or attack you do.
Nice.
And that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. Rathaga, you actually moved, so you wouldn't be next
Just
to
make
me.
sure I don't need to... Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure I didn't have to do an attack roll or anything for the illusions damage, but it does not.
So it's going to do both those towards Rathaga. So Rathaga moved out of its way, but he could only move... Yeah. So the crocodile swims over to where he is. He wants to avoid Gerbil. He wants to avoid Ghost Spud, and tries to...
Well, okay, Mr. Just Rolly all over the place. His first attack had disadvantage.
I do like to rolly all over the place.
Just chucking dice like it doesn't even matter.
Okay, so it misses. The bite misses. And the tail attack is going to hit.
I'm gonna use silvery barbs on it.
No!
To force you to re-roll.
He
and use the
activated
lower
his
roll.
trap card!
I do. I have trap cards on this character. Yes.
All right, you have been
Believe that
effectively
misses.
saved by Luca all the way around.
And I'm gonna go ahead and give Rathaga advantage again
Nice.
on his next attack.
Oh, well, I realized I was on mute as I was thanking you profusely. Thank you so much for saving me again.
That's right. That's what I'm here for. I'm a bard.
I'm going to bludgeon this thing to death 5 points at a time. We'll be here for hours.
Nice.
Let's do
I love it. It's okay. I only did 7 points, so.
We're gonna gently pat the crocodile to death. It's gonna be great.
Gerbil, it is your turn.
It's my turn. All right. I'm assuming since I threw my giant spear, that it's no longer in my hand.
Correct.
Is that a fair statement?
That is correct.
All right. Well, I won't do that again. because I can't. But I will shoot my longbow again if I can get my character sheet to pop up. I accidentally drug it off. So this is stupid, but I accidentally drug it off the map, and the space is white, and the transparent UI is like slightly off-white gray. I don't know. I don't know where it is anymore.
You
What are you
can
looking for?
shift double click on your icon.
Oh, thank you.
And it'll
Okay.
bring up your character
My
sheet.
character sheet. So, like, you know how you can
Dang,
open
with
your
some
character sheet and
dramatic
collapse it on the map? I like drug it off the map and it's gone forever. And now I can't get it back. I tried the shift double click thing. Hang on, let me see if resizing the window gives it to me. There it is. Okay. We're in it to win it now. Thanks everyone for your patience. We're just gonna shoot this longbow. Boop, 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 boop. Bow.
Nice. That's a shot.
Chow.
That's a good
All
shot.
right, nice.
So roll that damage.
Let's
Click
see
on
how
longbow in
much
the
I
chat.
do.
You can do it.
Longbow
5.
hype.
I did it. I stabbed it.
You
with
did
the bow,
a thing!
With the bow's knife.
You're just right up on
Yeah. yeah.
You're
Just like,
and
and I think I'm gonna do that one again. 'cause-
okay. When you do it, you're like, I wish Spud was here to see. And the crocodile's
Yeah, I
just
kind of look up like reflexively at my giant. Or no, wait. I keep forgetting I can't see this.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
trauma is so
sorry.
poignant that I can read
I wish
the
you could,
crocodile's
'cause I
body
feel
language.
Be very funny.
Yes. I can sense in some otherworldly way that my uncle's presence is here. And I'm both scared and hopeful that he thinks I'm cool.
Nice.
All right,
You're
that's a
rolling.
pretty decent hint there. Oh wait, I pressed the wrong thing. My bad.
All right, you guys are working this thing over. It's starting to look a little beaten up.
Hell yeah.
All right. Anything else from you, Gerbil? Any movement or anything?
Nope, I'm feeling pretty lucky where I'm standing, so I'm gonna stay right here.
I'm still standing. Yeah. Bagarath.
What film is that from?
That is from
Good question.
Sing.
Ah.
Not Sing
Aren't
2.
all this-
Sing
Originally?
1.
Yeah, aren't all the Sing songs covers? Do they have original songs?
I don't know. Good question.
I'm not really into sing songs.
I like Sing 2. Sing 2 is solid. I don't know if I even saw Sing 1.
I don't know if I saw Sing 2.
Are we talking about
I
sing
related to the handsome
songs
gorilla character.
or sing songs?
Right. Like, I am a
What?
singer as well, but I have not sing too, even though I do sing too. So.
Sing
Yeah.
as well.
Have they-
Bagarath is
I thought
under
I
the
understood what we
water,
were
this
talking
murky
about, but
water looking off. He's seeing y'all
It's a
desperately.
movie about a pig that sings.
It's not just about a pig that sings.
That made it worse.
Are you sure? That's what I remember.
It's also Porcupine.
Climate Changer's like,
She's like a pig who's a mom, and she sings.
just make a wisdom saving throw.
Come on. Tell me more about it, though. Climate change.
Bagarath is just walking on the swamp like, I'm trying to kill, like, the other characters are talking about something. He's just like, are we still killing this thing, or?
Oh my gosh!
Good
Okay.
golly, how
Whoa.
freaking wise is this?
Told you,
No,
it's a philosopher
So
crocodile.
he's trying
Plus
to like
13?
compel this
What the
duel.
hell?
Whoa. That wasn't me, guys. That was Alex. Look at that. I didn't do that.
Oh.
That is a
Oh.
very
Alex is very wise.
Alex.
That's a big
Rosaga
wisdom
coming out with
save.
I didn't do that.
I
wisdom.
think maybe your wisdom score might be a little too high.
the very wise lizard. Hopefully you got the good roll.
All right. So you're compelling me into a duel.
Yeah, you just
It's time to...
the other players, they just see bubbles coming up from the water and just hear fight me.
Fight me.
It
All right.
fails. Those bubbles really piss it off.
Oh, man.
So
It's got to move towards me and try to attack me, which will proc 2 attacks of opportunity.
okay. So as it moves, Gerbil. No, 3, right? Gerbil, Luca, and Luca's used.
Yeah, I guess it would.
I've already used my reaction, so I
That's
cannot.
right. So it would be Rathaga and Gerbil. You get a free swipe to this thing as it moves towards Rathaga. Or Bagrath, sorry. Does it attack out of order, or does it attack on its turn? Climate.
It's turn. It's not like
Gotcha. I gotcha.
It doesn't gain an action or anything.
Got it.
It's drawn to you, compelled by your divine command.
We execute kind of
I
reflexive
guess
attack?
now that I'm
Yes.
thinking about it, if it was not the crocodile's turn, I guess it would not move towards me.
Good. Yeah, because it wouldn't have movement.
Yeah, but on its
We can
turn,
play this
we'll-
out. We can play this
Yeah.
out. It's fun. All right, you guys definitely
Nice.
worked it over with 12 damage between the two of you.
Nice.
That'll definitely beat it up pretty good.
Quit trying to eat me.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Lizards are delicious.
Bagrath's just under the water fighting an alligator, I guess, and that'll end his turn.
Okay. Rathaga. You have
I'm gonna make this
advantage, by the way.
I'm gonna make this guy into a pair of shoes. Okay. Yeah. All right. That joke's actually very offensive to lizard folk.
That's right.
All right. So I'm close enough now that I can just use my great club without having to use movement. So let's just whack this thing again.
You do have advantage, so you may roll again.
Yes. No.
Ah, it's even worse.
That's unfortunate.
What's you gonna do?
All right. Well, I'll just run away now. That's fantastic. So I'm gonna try to get as far from it as I can.
It is technically in your range. Did it use its reaction already? I don't think I did
On
this round.
Rathaga?
Yeah, so,
No.
so if you were to flee, it would get an opportunity attack on you.
Oh. Alright, I'll stay put.
Okay.
I don't think it's worth the risk. I was gonna try to. Well, yeah, okay. I'll stay put then.
It's alright. Luca's going to get it in his head next turn, so you're good.
I'm gonna try.
Nice. Do it.
Luca likes to mess with
Magic
things.
man.
He's a magic man. What you got,
All right.
Gerbil?
I wanted some olives and some more water. Sorry.
All right. Partay.
Is it my turn?
No, it's not. It's
No,
Luca's
it's mine.
turn.
It's
Okay.
mine's turn.
Gotcha.
Boom, 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 boom,
Luca's
boom,
turn.
boom, boom, boom,
Uh,
boom, boom, boom,
I'll
boom.
say to it, you may be beating up my friends, but that's not even impressive. I'll cast Vicious Mockery.
It's not even impressive.
You're
I
so
think you guys have to
yeah,
take this
you're
psychic damage
basic.
as well.
You're basic.
Alright, you
Yeah,
gotta do
we
wisdom
all-
saving
I
throw.
think Gerbil just says, yeah! It's like a full agreement.
See how effective this was.
He gets teary-eyed. I'm not basic. It's just-
He'll take 7 psychic damage from that.
all right.
And then the Spud illusion will illusionally move up to him and do an illusion attack on him
Okay.
for 6
Dang.
psychic damage.
Dang, you guys
His
are
maximum.
You guys are really working this croc over. It's looking very weakened,
Emotional
very beaten up and
damage.
bloody. Emotional
Roger.
damage.
And yeah, I'll stay put. Like my friend Gerbil said, this seems to be a lucky spot for me. So I'll stay put.
All right, so it is the giant croc's turn, and it is at disadvantage. It is at disadvantage, and it is going to attack Bagarath at disadvantage. It's compelled by the bubbles insult that
Compelled.
Bagarath threw at
Only
him.
on the
You
first attack.
you suck.
The rest of the attacks are normal.
So the first one, I got a multi-attack, so it does 2. The first is the bite attack, which misses. It misses him in the water. And then it's going to use its tail to thwack him. And that also misses. Rathaga is just very slippery with his bits of his armor floating around. How does that look in the water? I envision it like you're trying to continually gather your parts back as they drift naturally apart underwater. You're like...
Yeah, it's like they're trying to sink, but I keep trying to hold them up, you know? It's like... and, but when it tries to hit me with its tail, the pieces of armor separate, and the tail passes through, and then they come back together, you know?
That's cool.
Nice.
Nice.
Very cool. All right, that is the giant croc's turn done. So it is now Gerbil's turn.
Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna use my longbow. Gerbil takes a very confident
Good
stance, probably for good reason.
Probably for
Which is-
some reason.
Power pose.
Exactly.
It kind
And
of
I hit the croc right in the armpit. And I'm gonna do it again.
do it.
In the armpit. Ooh, wow.
Man, you are consistent tonight.
He's a shooter.
Gerbil's been practicing. When everyone else is sleeping, he's been
Hope they had
Shooting.
Old Spice.
You guys, this thing's on death's door. So it is that. Do you want to move Gerbil, or that's
only to do a victory dance, that's all.
okay? So he's starting to do
Which
some,
is very poorly danced, by the way.
he's doing some Fortnite dances in the water
Totally.
that he saw off of medieval TikTok, whatever's the equivalent
Yes,
of the
yeah.
D&D world.
And for like Sandcastle World on top of that.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like on a message stone. You're just
Drop
like,
the loot.
drop the loot.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Turn down the lantern for what?
How about splash, squawk? Nope, I'm so sorry. I did my best.
I got Alex on that one.
I was not ready.
Sad cat.
Oh, that was good. Oh, God.
Oh, man. That's all that's in this armor. It's just
A
memes.
sad cat. Yeah. It's an armor powered by memes.
Yep.
That's what it is. Okay.
Unkillable.
It is Bagarath's turn. Yeah. Yeah. Bagarath.
Oh. Bagarath is gonna attempt to swing a giant greatsword underwater.
Ooh.
Oh my goodness.
He's just
Oh my
full of
goodness.
rage. He doesn't like the water, so this is 25 hit.
Who does? I said it.
He's gonna use Radiant. What is it?
Divine Smite?
Divine Smite.
Hell yeah.
So I think I needed to add that somehow.
2d8. If you're using a first level spell slot.
All right. 2d8. Here it comes.
In addition to your weapon damage.
All right.
Oh,
Baby.
14
Bagarath.
damage.
Bagarath. How do you choose to finish this giant crocodile?
Oh, baby.
I think the sword, the radiant damage of the sword almost makes it like a lightsaber.
Cool.
If you could just imagine a lightsaber underwater, like all these bubbles and stuff is like bullying the water as it just like slices the through the mouth and cuts the alligator in half, basically sideways.
Wait.
Alligator sandwich.
Cuts that into. You guys prep dinner out of that.
Yeah. It's
Carcass.
basically like 2 boats shaped like an alligator now.
Nice.
Awesome.
So that is combat. I will remove everybody's turn from the order as you have effectively slain the giant croc. You all choose to ride its carcass as 2 boats through the rest of the swamp. just propelling upstream.
Yeah, this is normal.
Yeah. It works though. You know, the other animals don't want to approach you for some reason, so it gets you through.
Weird.
So, very good. You guys have made it through combat. You are making your way further out into the swamp. You know that you need to go west to get out of the swamp, and that is where you're headed. So, at the conclusion of that combat, you start to migrate your way out. Crocodile sandwich, great.
We're all a crocodile sandwich now because we're in the boats.
That's right. We're the filling of the crocodile sandwich.
That's it. You guys make your way out. The water starts to get shallower and shallower. The undergrowth and the marshiness starts to get less and less. You start to reach more of a transition point as you exit out of the swamp. You notice that there's not as much tall grass here. It's a little bit more shorter grass. The trees become a lot more sparse. The vines virtually disappear as the more you travel northwest. And eventually, the water that you're walking upon, the level gets lower and lower and lower and lower until it's just mud. There's no water present anywhere around you. And the trees are very sparsed out here. There's no vegetation or undergrowth. And you've reached sort of the transition point of the swamp, because just beyond this tree line that you're in, you see the duny sands of the desert. You have made your way towards the very edge of the swamp. You make your way to the edge of the tree line, which is effectively the last couple bits of the swamp, and it's just sand and heat and beyond that tree line. And you notice a sort of, all of you without a check, a kind of cryptic mark as those trees, all the trees that border the sands of this area where the mud transitions to sand, has burn marks up and down the trunks of all the trees. As you notice, you're near somewhat of a territory line at the sands, and that is where you are standing now. You all do not know the significance, with the exception of Rathaga, of what this means. But Rathaga, this is a territory mark. The Dragonborn folks are very territorial, and so this is a marking that beyond this line... Noni is right. Beyond this line is the Dragonborn territory. I'm going to get a drink, and then I'll explain a little... I'm going to get a drink from my fridge right here, so give me like a 2-second break, and then I'm going to explain a little bit more about the Dragonborn. Feel free to
needs a
generate
dew
memes.
break.
It's you a dew.
It's dew break time.
I
Dews all around.
do the dew. Speaking of lightsabers, I installed this really new, I don't know if you guys have heard, it's a brand new Star Wars game called Star Wars The Phantom Menace.
Oh.
Yeah. It's
For wait,
for PC.
what system is that?
PC, circa 1998 or 99.
That's great.
And it was a fascinating process. It actually took no time at all. It was actually really easy, but I did have to install this like brand new installer. That was all of its instructions were in German, and I was like, good, cool, great. I speak German. This should be easy.
Yeah.
I don't speak German.
Basically.
Yeah. But there's actually a lot of like instructions like provided, and it was actually pretty straightforward. So,
Was it fun?
it was the
it
same as
wunderbar?
I remember it. Is what it was.
Was das
It
gut?
was okay. It's wunderbar. Was it wunderbar? It was wunderbar.
It was. It was.
It was.
Dankeschön.
Yeah. I
don't
see.
know.
You've already lost me.
I don't
I
just
was
say
thankful
words that I know.
I know, like, danke, like, thank you. Like, thank you for these instructions, or / the installer, German software developer. But it's actually, I just installed it to get some footage for my next video essay. So anyway.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's awesome. Yay for
Thanks.
retro
Sorry,
games.
I kind of derailed us there for a second.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
And I love a good retro Star Wars PC game. There was one I really wanted to play.
Yes.
A lot of those are hard to play because they're on such old systems that, the newer computers, it's hard to...
Yes.
I really enjoyed Age of Empires Star Wars
Oh, man.
Ooh. Cool.
Age of...
back in the day. First LAN connection where I had a RTS
That's awesome.
party.
Did you play
Heck yeah.
Battle for Naboo on the N64?
That was a classic.
That was a classic.
Was that a Starfighter style game? Or was it like mostly piloting the N1 Starfighters?
Yeah, so like each mission you piloted a different type of ship, but it was all like ship combat.
Nice.
It was
That's a deep cut. Yeah.
very fun.
That's good.
I didn't have an N64. but I
That was
remember
like an
seeing
old
it.
like blockbuster rental type game.
Yeah, for sure. Like Bounty Hunter. Like, y'all play Bounty Hunter? It was a mess. It wasn't great.
I
but it was
almost
good.
did.
I did
I
not.
picked up a copy at, I want to say at like GameStop or something. But by the time I got around to try to play it, the disc was like unreadable. So
Oh no.
so I didn't actually play it.
Oh
But
no.
it always seemed cool.
Indeed. Yeah, it was. It was pretty cool.
Check out old
Yeah,
Star Wars
remember
games,
the
folks.
launch title of, was it Rogue Squadron on the GameCube? It like came bundled with the GameCube basically.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool.
I remember like there were missions and stuff, but I would always just there was like a free play where you would just wander around Tatooine and like blow up moisture farms and stuff.
That's
Endless
awesome.
entertainment.
Just take their water. It's great.
Well,
Water for you.
Terrible, but fun.
Speaking of no water, you're about to enter the desert in this D&D campaign,
Ooh.
so let's talk about that. Another transition.
Let's see it.
I just wait around for a
Nice,
word
well
that I
played.
can use. All right.
You said water.
Ooh,
Water.
there we go. There we go. That's some loud
What are
music.
you doing?
Okay. Little description on the Dragonborn as we get to moving in towards their territory. The Dragonborn, I want to give you a kind of a backdrop of viewers, and I want to give the players a backdrop. However, your characters wouldn't know this. Rathaga would know some of this, but not all. Okay? So just you kind of listen to what I got to say, Alex, and kind of piece
And
together.
then immediately forget it.
Yeah, immediately forget. So Rathaga, piece together a little bit of what you think you would remember from all this. So, the Dragonborn race used to occupy the area known as the Swamp Spillway. It was not a swamp. It was actually an oasis of very different rivers and landscape that was quite beautiful. But when the Kingdom of Centopia was built, it dammed up the waters there and literally had runoff from the kingdom. The Dragonborn could not live in this area anymore and were forced to exile. they exiled to the northwest. Part of the desert they made their home, and they have been very territorial over it since, and been very hostile towards any sort of Sandtopia interference in their area. They shared the original landscape with the lizard folk. The lizard folk stayed. They actually grew in size because of the swamp environment was very much accommodating to their biochemistry. So it became more humid. They enjoyed that, whereas Dragonborn enjoyed more of the drier climate. So the lizard folk almost had like an evolutionary boom because of how the area changed and transitioned to a swamp over the kingdom's generations. However, the Dragonborns did not, and they very much view the lizard folk as inferior and as cowards because they stayed and did not defend the territory with them. The Dragonborns put up resistance in the early years of the kingdom to their land being abused, but they were eventually forced out by the combined forces of Sandtopia. So there's a very jaded past there, and because of that, the Dragonborn really do not like the lizard folk at all, and are very disrespectful and are essentially racist towards them, and views them as the inferior race. So that is a little bit of a quick snapshot of the Dragonborn race. Rathaga would know this a little bit too from just kind of his history of his family and whatnot. So that is the area you are going towards. So I will refresh the meme board. There you go. Okay. So you're standing at this line going towards this territory. What do you all choose to do?
I'll say, great. Now, what does this mean? I have no idea what this is.
Funny you should ask. No, I think I would. Rathaga would take the opportunity to explain generally, not necessarily all of the lore and backstory behind the warring between the lizard folk and the Dragonborn, but just say we don't get along. This is a boundary into their territory, and I think this is a bad idea.
Hang on. Question to as Luca to Rathaga, what is the physical differences between a Dragonborn and a lizard folk?
Wow, racist.
What?
I mean, what?
You all look the
This
same.
is D&D, like, a tiefling looks different than a dwarf. Like,
Wow.
these are normal things.
I mean,
Not that
Scribble
racist.
Wow.
One of them looks
wow.
like a dragon, and the other one looks like a dragon.
It's medium racist, that bad.
It's medium racist.
Medium.
Just medium. Oh, that's great.
I love it.
Because I have a disguise kit, and we have a guy who looks like a giant lizard.
Oh, I see where you're going with this. As Rathaga, I would say they have oftentimes wear very similar clothing. It's almost like a uniform. They wear
Good.
they smell terrible.
Oh,
Absolutely
fine,
awful, and that's not
check.
biased opinion at all. And I've never actually truly seen this myself, but when I was growing up, my parents told me that they had glowing red
They're
eyes.
disgusting. I hate them, and I have no idea what they look like.
So you can do what you want with this information, Rathaga, but they would have more drier skin. They call you all smooth skin. That's their derogatory term towards the lizard folk. Lizard folk typically have a little bit more hydrated and smooth skin, whereas the Dragonborn have more dried out and rougher skin. So kind of the difference between a snake and a lizard, honestly. And the Dragonborn typically are a lot more armored up than the lizard folk people. They have a lot of scouts that are wearing armor and all that jazz. So that's kind of what you know to be kind of the talk around your home when you were growing up. But that's if you wanted to share any of that, that's the descriptions that are of what these Dragonborn look like.
So I would definitely want to relay that and just saying that their skin is disgusting, and the easiest way to tell them apart isn't even how they look; it's how they act. And if they act as though they think they're better than everyone in the room, that's the true tale of a Dragonborn.
If only I could play the Dragonborn.
The role of a lifetime.
I was born
to play this role. Yeah, I don't know if I have enough powder to make your whole body look dry. Do have a fair amount of powder, but maybe not that much powder.
I can help.
I mean, how did they feel about non-lizard folk? Maybe we can get in good with them.
I think they're fairly neutral if you pretend or lie and say that you are a sympathizer to their cause.
Or mind control.
No.
Or mind control that might... Nope.
You know them to be hostile to all sorts of races.
I mean, I've never done that to any of you or anyone you care about. This is a hypothetical, theoretical statement. If anyone in our party, but Bagarath, can you mind control? I never asked. If someone in the party could do that,
wouldn't you like to know?
Ever reliable Bagarath for saying something so creepy it masks my creepiness.
Nice.
That's what I'm here for, boss.
Let's all focus on how strange Bagarath is.
Yeah, I'm sure the dragon people will love me. I'm just,
Yes.
you know.
Bagarath is a dragonborn, aren't you? I've never seen what you are.
I could say that.
Oh, that's a good call.
Are you human? I assumed. Are you big? Are you bigger than a human, or are you human shaped, roughly?
Roughly human shape.
Yeah.
Humanoid. I don't think Bagarath remembers what he was.
Originally.
It's kind of sad.
It's sad.
Oh, yeah.
Do you care to spin a tale, tell a lie?
Yes, I can do that. I can be your dragonborn if you need me to.
He is armored up.
Let's just hope they don't open my helmet or do anything that a normal, security force would do to see if someone was who they were saying they were.
Last time I went through TSA, they did not open my helmet. They left it down. So
yes.
But you didn't have to take off your boots, which was weird.
Yeah, they wanted to see my bare feet, but my bare face, not necessary.
Yeah.
There you
The best way
what's your feet
identify
game
someone.
Bagarath?
My feet game?
Like, are we gonna make some money off of this, or?
Yeah. Can we get a cast of those? Make copies?
Do you have a gender, or are you just a suit of armor?
Yes. I have a gender.
Didn't say which one, but it's comforting to know there is one in there somewhere.
Like Janet.
He's pretty self-conscious about it.
Not a girl.
He's self-conscious about his gender.
Because he doesn't have a body.
Fair.
Don't need a body to have a gender.
I don't need a
Just
body.
go for it.
I need
we're going, we
no
won't need
body.
Well, I think the long and the short of it is we're not afraid of no dragonborns.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Okay. So you guys progress.
We'll make fast friends. We've made friends everywhere we went.
There you go.
Yeah,
That's a good way to
we've
look
never
at it.
made an enemy.
Yeah.
So you guys know, though, you do have to go through the Dragonborn territory to head southwest towards the camp of the Sun Devil, where Bagarath knows the location, in the desert. So you know,
Okay.
you have
I
to.
lost connection. Sorry.
Hey, it's all right. I was just saying that you all know that you have to go now southwest to go down into the prisoner wastelands, which no matter how you slice it, will cut through the Dragonborn's territory. It's just by nature of this route. Okay. Well, let me just make sure to get this map. I was trying to give you guys and the viewers something to look at. If you want to
slice on through these.
If you look on the stream here, viewers, these guys are right here at the transition between the S and Swamp, where they're getting ready to go into the prisoner wastelands. And that is the kind of area of the Dragonborn. It's kind of like a triangle, so you're kind of cutting through the bottom wedge of the triangle. So here's how we're going to handle this. You guys are going to start traveling. So before you start heading out, do you want to do any rest or anything, or do you want to kind of just proceed onward?
I don't need to rest.
I mean, I've
can
used a
always
few
nap.
spell slots, but not terrible.
I think I've lost some hit points, but I'm okay.
All right, I think we're to press onward in the interest of prudence.
Sounds good. All right, I'm going to roll a D4. So what I'm going to do is you're going to be traveling through hostile territory for a good bit. So the number of the die I roll, which is a D4, is going to tell me how many checks you have to do for patrols. The big thing you're going to be encountering is just patrols. This area, the hub or the kind of headquarters or like the capital city, whatever you want to call it. It's really kind of they call it their oasis, but that home area is deep in their territory. So you're only clipping kind of the front area. So you won't be encountering any like villages or camps or anything like that. You will just potentially be encountering patrols. So I will roll a D4 to see how many patrols or checks we're going to be doing, and then I will tell you how a patrol check will work. So first, let me roll that D4. All right, we're going to
0.
3 for Dale. All right, so
3 for
That's
Dan.
right.
that's right. You all know. You already know. I got to refresh you guys continually churn out the memes. I've got to make sure it gets refreshed every time. The checks for your patrols is going to be a D10. And depending on what I roll is going to be the situation in that area. For example, if I roll a 10 on a D10, the patrol is swapping out for another patrol, and the area is completely unguarded at the moment. So those are kind of the different situations that would happen on it. It's basically a luck roll. So let's figure out your first situation as you go through the first territory, and as we start to move into the Dragonborn area, we're gonna up the music. First D10 roll. That is a 6.
Ooh.
On a 6, the patrol is awake but not actively paying attention. You can do a stealth check versus their passive perception, if you choose.
Sounds good.
And you can do this as a group check or as by individual, sum of the individual checks, however you want to run it. So y'all tell me. Is that what you want to lead with right there?
Up to a great start.
Well, I guess we're going individually.
I mean, is the 15 bad?
Well, it's disadvantage because of your heavy armor, so it's an 8.
Okay. So it's bad.
So
boy.
I do have a spell. I do have Pass Without Trace.
You may want to pop that. Well,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
not
what
the
I'm-
player, but
That's what I'm gonna do.
Girl is flailing his arms about, screaming like a
It's
lunatic.
fine. Your next roll will be a 20. So
Yeah, fair enough. I'll disappear in the sand while screaming.
All right. So this applies to me, obviously, as well as my companion, so everyone around me. So each creature I choose within 30 feet, plus 10 bonus to dexterity or stealth checks, and can't be tracked except for with magic.
Okay. So you pop that up. Everybody, that means Bagarath gets a 18, Luca a 23, Gerbil a 15, and Alex, just roll a stealth check for me.
I'm so sneaky.
Sorry, just looking for stealth. There it is.
Okay, so that would mean you have a 14. So you all pass. They don't seem to notice as you progress through this section of your journey. So you've gone a third of the way through the Dragonborn territory. Now I will say at this point, Alex, your pass without trace wears out. It's been about an hour of sneaking and traveling through a third of their territory. So you guys have successfully made that first leg. All right. Good job. Let's see what the next roll is going to bring for leg number 2. That is a 2. On a 2, it is a normal situation. The patrol is on a normal patrolling route, and it is typical stealth versus a perception roll. So again, yeah, I will let you choose how you want to do this, and how you, if you want to pop up another spell or whatever you want to do. But I just need a number to compare against my perception. I'm going to do a group roll for perception.
Cool. Well, Gerbil's really nervous, but I think, but kind of excited because he kind of vaguely remembers something about like sand and getting left here by his family. It's a vague memory, but he's like, I can try to sneak first and scout ahead, which obviously sounds like a horrible idea, but like he's just feeling very eager. Y'all should probably all turn this idea down. It's not a good idea.
Go for it.
But it is what Gerbil would do. Okay.
I can also just do another spell, or we can do individual rolls. Or we can send Gerbil to scout ahead.
I mean, I don't know how good or bad 17 is, but can't be horrible, right?
Ugh.
It wasn't a 20.
It wasn't a 20.
No, it was good.
You sound like my uncle.
Not good enough.
Yeah.
Are you doing another spell here, Alex, or no?
Because I just rolled a 3, I'm going to do another spell.
Keep track of your spell slots, too.
I am, yep. So I got one more after this, so...
All right. So that would make Luca a 24. It would make you a 13. It would make Gerbil a 27. And I think I need Bagarath's roll.
Stealth roll?
Stealth roll, yeah. And that would make him a 27. So you all rolled way higher than my 6. So you guys pass the second leg of your journey. Another hour has passed. You are 2/3 of your way through the Dragonborn territory. You're
and
over
Gerbil
halfway.
and Bagarath have been somersaulting this whole time, like assassins.
Just going wild.
Yeah.
Yep. I'm thinking like Kronk from Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Okay. And then the last roll, I'll roll another D10. And this is your last luck roll. A 9.
Ooh.
The patrol is asleep.
Oh.
Stealth check versus passive perception. And we have disadvantage because we were asleep. So figure out how you want to do your stealth rolls on that one. And if you're going to use a spell, please try to declare it before you do your stealth roll, Alex.
Not me trying to figure out which one I wanted to do. I mean, I can just do. I've got one more spell slot, so I can do it, or I can save that. We can just try the stealth roll.
I mean, they are asleep.
Yeah. Oof. Well, we're waking them up.
Yep. You had to beat a 7.
Mm.
No!
Don't.
So,
Just remember as we're fighting them that I got us through the first 2 unscathed.
all right. So you alert a Dragonborn and rouse him from his sleep. So give me initiative.
Why did you rouse him?
Pull out
Sorry.
your tokens and put them on the map, and then roll initiative.
Would someone be so kind as to grab my token?
Of course.
Why won't let me? Thank you. Jeez.
Was Gerbil scouting out in front?
Oh yeah. In theory.
Okay. Gerbil, I need you to roll initiative.
Okay.
And
He's like, I hate initiative.
I've never taken that in my life.
what is that?
Initiative.
He just doesn't show enough initiative.
Never have, never will. If I could find it, I would do it. Sorry, I'm
I am
struggling.
here.
Oh, I found it. Did
Sorry, I
do
had
it?
myself muted. I said some stuff. Just assume it was funny.
Okay.
So what did you say?
I don't even remember.
I don't remember.
I think I
Guys,
said, let's
gotta live
just
up to
go
that.
for it
Yes.
when it was time to roll stealth. I think it was about it.
Excuse me.
I'm getting you a picture.
I can't actually hear the music. I'm just hearing it
through somebody else's.
someone else's microphone. Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Very intense.
You all got this Dragonborn roused from his sleep. He
Cool.
Womp womp.
he grunts and snorts and like bows up and pops up from his spot where he was sleeping on patrol. He was up against some brush, some desert like plants and ferns, and he pops up and
It's just one.
pulls it. Yeah, just one for now. Pulls out his blades and snarls at you and says, "You do not belong here." And what's going to happen is on his turn, we're going to roll and see if more people come to.
I think I synced it.
him. You think you synced it?
Oh, you heard that? Yeah, the GIF, I synced it with the drums in the
Oh,
song.
cool.
Oops, sorry.
I like the Rambo meme.
Did not mean to do that. But I'll leave it up there just as a warning sign.
Yeah, just
anyone
as like
who tries
a-
to roll anything.
Sure.
Intimidation. So it is Bagarath's turn. So he is weapons drawn, staring at you, telling you you don't belong here.
You don't belong here.
I belong to everywhere.
And he
Oh.
Whoa.
attacks him.
That's right. You tell him.
Yeah. Let's see.
Just like my Spider-Man movie.
Is he close enough for me to, like, melee attack him?
He is.
Okay.
You guys like just walked. You actually stumbled right where he was resting. So like you just slid by him and. Okay.
I
Go
did
ahead.
not like your
Great
tone.
word.
And he activates Radiant
Hang on.
Divine Smite.
18. That's a 17. That's gonna miss.
Wow.
Wow.
Alright, well, he's going to attack again.
Okay. That's also
Just
gonna
for
miss.
fun, just kind of playing around
Yeah,
with
yeah.
that one.
Naturally, yeah. It's all goof. It's all goof.
Yeah, man.
Whoa.
What's a little, sword fighting between friends, right?
So it is.
I just think that like you just like held the sword a little bit, like what is that? What is that? On the second try, just like.
So that picture shows him with like two short swords, but really he has just one long sword. So when I said drew his weapon, I meant he drew a long sword. So
No worries.
he has a long sword, and after that exchange, do you move away?
No.
Bagarath. Okay, you hold your ground. And
Yeah, I don't want to take an attack of opportunity, so.
Okay. He gets two longsword attacks. And does 18 hit?
Those both hit. No, I'm just playing.
Whoa. Whoa.
An 18 does
Good
not
guy.
hit.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
I'm just almost like pure armor, almost.
Mad armor.
You see him a little impressed by you as you avoid his attacks, and he kind of parries and says, "You seem to be a good foe, but you do not belong here." And he kind of aggressively gets more of a stance. As a bonus action, I'm going to treat this like a bonus action. He's going to do a kind of a call for reinforcements, or there's going to be a alert that he's going to try to send out. You are on the edge of the territory. You're almost out of the Dragonborn territory, so it is a low chance that more reinforcements will show up because you guys are out here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a D4 roll. On a natural 1, nobody shows up. On a natural 4, And yeah, so on a natural 3, so on a natural 1, no one shows up, and on a 3 and a 2, one other Dragonborn shows up, and then on a 4, 2 other Dragonborn show up. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna do.
What about a 5?
A 5? Yeah, nobody shows up. So D4.
Gonna roll a D100.
One other Dragonborn will enter in the fray and be
Just passing through, friend.
he will come on to the turn order in 2. We'll say 2 turns because he's got.
That's how we say goodbye where I'm from.
And he's trying to convince him that it's not a threat to let us through.
After you attacked him.
You can give me disadvantage.
We're not a threat after I just swung my greatsword at you twice.
Or just I had an itch. Just trying to. Yeah.
Like, look how neat the sword looks when I wave it around.
That's awesome. All right, Gerbil, your turn.
Oh boy. All right. Well, Gerbil pulls out his longbow and takes aim.
Nice. It's gonna hit.
And
Okay. You strike him.
awesome. And in my excitement, I quickly knock another arrow and do the same again.
Okay. That totally misses.
Ow.
And the Dragonborn chuckles at you.
How dare you?
Yeah, rude.
Womp womp.
All right, it is Luca's turn.
Chuckle not at me. Luker.
Luker. Oh, Luker.
Luker. Ah, these are humanoid. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Let's see. Sorry, I got just so many beautiful spells. Just gorgeous, fun spells that do lots of fun things. But I shan't use them yet. Because too much fun is being had. I am going to say... Dragonborn, does that mean your mom's a dragon, Lamau? And
Lamau.
cast vicious mockery. He has to do a wisdom saving throw.
You timed that with the music perfectly.
Lamau.
All right.
Lamau.
Limau. See how wise Dragonborns are today. Not wise enough. He takes 3 psychic damage and has disadvantage on his next attack roll. And I shall give a bardic inspiration to... Let's give it to Bagarath. And I'll say, you can do it. You can be the greatest one of us all.
Yeah.
The end.
Bagarath feels so cool now.
The end of my turn. I'm only kind of next to it, right? I guess I'm a little next to it.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I'll go ahead and get away.
So you're gonna take a swipe at you?
Fair enough. I shall be the one. That'll miss.
Misses you. Got in his head too much.
By calling his mom a dragon, which I assume is not very insulting for a dragonborn, but
It was my dad! Ah!
for a human, it's like an old-timey insult, calling a woman a dragon. Like, I don't think they'd care much these days, but it was pretty rude. It meant she was like unpleasant.
It's a your mom joke, basically.
I think if he called a modern woman a dragon, she'd probably be into it, but like,
You'd be like,
back in the day,
your mom is so big, she's a dragon.
Wow.
Yeah,
Really change it up there.
your mom's so big that she wore an anklet and it was like Smog's gold hoard, like something. I don't. Yeah, like she's got cankles. It's. I'm trying to get there.
We're gonna brainstorm it.
What?
Yeah.
Gotta workshop
Something
that one.
Smog, something ankle, something dragon. something. At that point, you might as well just be like.
No, I can't stop imagining just a bunch of redneck dragonborns.
Yes.
I mean, I think your mom wears an anklet is like offensive enough. You probably don't need to go farther than that.
Pretty rude. But very specific.
She got it when she went to the race, okay?
Like, is my mom from Daytona? I feel like she might be. Like,
I won
in
it
this
for
Do it
at the
she
fair.
for Dragon Day.
At the fair.
according to this insult, she is.
Didn't may or may not have something to do with the meme that I dropped in Discord.
Well, let me see.
No.
You might be a dragonborn. What a way to. What a reference.
Deep cut.
Nice. Okay, so we've officially done insulting Dragonborn. We're going to move on to Rathaga's turn. And he, the Dragonborn, really looks at you and goes, "Smooth skin."
That's right. And
Snarls at you.
I'm gonna look back at it and go, "Long bow," and then I'm gonna shoot him
Oh, I like it.
right in the face.
Nice.
Damn.
It's going to miss.
No! Now I feel awkward.
I didn't know you were talking about a security anklet. I thought you were talking about just like an anklet.
I was, but that was the meme I found, and I was like, I
No,
like
I like
this
that.
enough.
That makes it even better.
I was like, I'll
another
go
layer.
for it. I was like, I dig it.
I missed my shot, even though it was right in front of him, and then just ran away like a coward. So I'm really, I'm furthering the lizard folk's good name here.
Nice. And he just kind of scoffs and says, "Typical," as you run away.
Oh, no.
That's right.
Wow.
Under all this armor, I'm a dragonborn too.
Now's when you pull out that explanation.
Right? It's like, oh, wait a minute. This whole thing could be
Wait,
explained.
what? Yeah.
I call
How
him
did you miss? He was 3
Luker.
feet in front of you. Well, Mulan quote for you.
Solid reference.
I didn't mean to do that.
Unless it works. Unless, no, not really.
I'm
Unless.
trying to look at the info on this. I'm not trying to. All
I
right, so
think you hit the eye. You don't.
yeah.
I know. I've done that a million times. Myself. I think you hit the eye and not click on the name.
As a bonus action, he's gonna cast Ensnaring Strike,
Ooh.
and you see these like tendrils of fog come out of his armor, joints, and surround his sword as he swings his great sword at this dragonborn.
It's going to
please.
miss.
And he's gonna swing again.
Do I need
You got
to...
another chance. Yes.
That's gonna hit.
All right. So he's gonna
Wait,
do his
I didn't do.
damage.
I need to do a strength throw. I didn't do that. I need to do a strength.
That's
throw?
only if it hits. So only
Okay.
for the second one.
Okay. So and I take 10 plus 5 or just 10. Did you do radiant damage on that?
That was an accident.
Okay.
Just 10.
And then I need to do a strength check.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's surprising. Because he's a very beastie boy. Beastie boy!
Not today.
So yeah, he fails.
Not today.
And you see like tendrils of fog kind of that look like vines come up out of the sand and wrap around him.
This is too much like the swamp! No! Ah! Gross!
Go back to your home, brother.
And then he walks away,
This new
following Rathaga. He's pretending to be a dragonborn right now. I don't know if he gets. I guess he gets an opportunity attack.
He's out of a reaction. He already did that earlier.
Oh, okay.
So you and Rathaga lucked out.
Nice.
Sick.
He swatted at Luca and missed, so he's out of a reaction.
It's fine. Goebbels got this.
Okay, so it is his turn.
In case people haven't noticed, I have 2 good stats, and I won't say which 2 they are.
Luca Goebbels is the only one near him, so he is just going to swat at Goebbels. He kind of grins because Goebbels is small in stature and just appears to be very awkward. So he thinks he can get this hit off pretty quick, but he can't. His first one misses, and his second one's gonna hit.
All right, Gerbil, I'll use silvery barbs on it.
Ooh.
If you're gonna beg,
Gerbil
So-
barely, yeah.
That's
Gerbil sees he's being attacked.
he's got to roll again.
he's
And
like-
use the lower roll.
all right.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And he is a 14 hit, Goebbels. I'm assuming no, but
I gotta check my armor stat. Is that what it is?
yeah, AC.
Armor class. Yeah.
Armor class. Mine's 15. So
Yeah.
15 to hit.
He misses, so you're good.
Oh, okay. You're like, yeah, idiot. That's what I thought. Dumb, stupid. So
He snarls
I'll go
at
ahead
you.
and give.
that's
I'll give
Gerbil's
Gerbil
best attempt
advantage
at-
on
at
his
an
next
insult.
attack.
Cool.
Yes.
I realize we are past the 10 o'clock mark, folks, but we are going to wrap this up here soon. The other Dragonborn that entered when I did a bonus kind of scout check is he used all of his movement and an action to sprint to the location of the Dragonborn. So there is no turns, but there is now 2 Dragonborns there, 1 and a 2.
Okay.
And it is Goebbels' turn.
Where is he? Is he on the map yet?
Yeah, so I put my token there. He's like they're like right next to each other, standing next to each other.
All right, so I'm gonna take aim at.
I can't see it. Can other people see it?
Let me see.
Oh, I see it now. Never mind.
Oops. The browser is slowing down. I'm just gonna take aim at the one closest to me.
Okay, the one that
You have
you've been
advantage on
wailing
this
on.
attack.
Yeah.
You can roll it again if you need it, but that's a pretty good hit.
Ooh-wee.
I feel pretty confident about it.
Roll it again just to see if you crit.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll take the higher one anyways.
Yeah.
Nicely done.
All right.
And I'm
Gonna
gonna do the same thing again. I'll be like, yeah.
yeah.
Gerbil's not really good at talking smack, so he's just being loud.
It's gonna miss.
Okay. I did that on purpose so I could scare you with my next shot.
Ah,
He
makes
kind
sense.
of looks around, feeling cool as his teammates, but clearly not quite getting at that point.
Has anybody ever played Temple Run?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
All right.
Is this the soundtrack from Temple Run?
This song.
Ooh, dang!
It
I don't
seems like
remember
it.
that well.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think I've maybe seen clips of it more than I've spent time playing it.
Seems like it.
It feels appropriate either way. Temple Run's such a funny game.
All right. So that is the end of Luca's turn.
No, that was the end of Gerbil's turn.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, Gerbel's turn.
The start of Lucas' turn.
Start of Luca's turn. Correct. Unless you wanted to move, but you got 2 Dragonborn staring you down, so.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do an unnecessarily like whimsical twirl out of harm's way.
Are you
Advantage.
Are you twirling for show, or are you actually moving?
I'm moving. I'm gonna move like back.
Or you will get 2 Dragonborn attacking you.
Oh, out of reaction. Okay.
Out of reaction, if you choose to do that, you can.
Oh.
He can do a performance check. See how good the twirl is.
Was it on? Who was the guy on Mad TV that would be like, "Look at what I can do"?
Yeah.
That's
Stewart.
Yeah, it's like a Stewart move. Look at what I can do.
Yeah. That's stronger. There. Yes.
Such a solid comparison.
I think what I'm doing, I try to do a back handspring to move away, but I just end up landing in the exact same spot.
They are very confused.
Yeah. So I end up not moving at all, but the attempt was there.
Okay, cool.
Classic misdirection.
Classic.
Ah, yes.
Luca's
Luca's turn. All right, so I'm gonna say to the new Dragonborn who's just arrived, "Do you dare defy your king?" And I shall use unsettling words in addition to a cast of Crown of Madness.
Ooh.
He has to do a wisdom saving throw or be charmed by me. A twisted crown of jagged iron appears on his head, and madness glows in his eyes.
Oh, wow. The unsettling words, they have to...
He fails anyways. The unsettling words are irrelevant. He must use his action before moving on each of his turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that I mentally choose, and I choose its friend.
Cool.
What are you?
It's the ensnared one?
Whichever new one that shit popped up.
Okay.
Either way, he's in melee range.
So you do that on the new one, and he turns to the other Dragonborn, ready to strike, and he says, "What are you doing, brother?" And we'll watch this play out on their turns. Anything else from you, Luca?
That's the end of my turn. Nope.
Okay.
That's it.
Rathaga.
All right. Now that I'm a safe distance away, I'm gonna still have nothing but the longbow, so I'm going to try and shoot again, and this time it's gonna be better.
Is it?
It was not better.
Is it? You sure about that?
Are
You sure about that?
Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that's why? All right. I feel like I should run further away, just in shame. But I will stay put.
Okay. Bag of Wrath.
So, Bagarath's going to run back in after seeing this new Dragonborn. And confident in his abilities, he's going to hit the new Dragonborn with his greatsword, hopefully.
The new or the old?
The new, the old is already ensnared.
Got it.
He's going to do it again.
Both of those miss.
All right.
Hold him on
That didn't really work out. Probably should have kept running. Alright. Let's see what happens next.
All right. So that's the end of your turn, Bagarath?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the new one that is under the Crown of Madness or whatever is going to attack his buddy.
Yes. Kill him.
He
Sounded very much like a villain there.
He's just going to do 2 longsword attacks. One of those is going to hit.
Delicious. Do it. Do it now.
Do it now.
Kill your friend.
Do what must be
Eviscerate
done.
him.
Slashing. Okay, that hurts his buddy. His buddy goes, "What are you doing, brother? Stop!" And he is going to position himself to hit the 3 of you with a 14-foot cone of his fire breath. So he's going to try to hit Bagarath,
Good luck.
Gerbil, and his brother.
His buddy.
Because he thinks the fire is going to somehow help him.
Okay, 1 point of order. Under Crown of Madness, at the end of his turn, he can make another wisdom save
Okay.
to try to end the spell. The one who was controlled by me.
He does not.
He does fail. He is still charmed by me.
So, though everybody's got to do a Dex 15. So, Bagarath did his. Gerbil, I need you to do a Dex save.
Oh boy.
Now, 2 of you have Bardic Inspiration. I trust you to remember who I gave it to.
Oh.
I think I
Do
would
I get
get
to
one to
roll
Bagarath.
again, or does that mean I just roll? For
You
I
add a
think you
D8 to your roll.
Okay, let me roll a D8.
I don't. Yeah, I guess maybe.
Did you give it to me?
I think I gave one to Gerbil. Alright, so Bagarath still fails. And your Bardic Inspiration is consumed.
So hot
I think I
in
gave the
here.
other one to Gerbil, didn't I? I don't know.
That feels right.
Okay.
That's girl.
So, we're going to do 5. What was that? 5, 7, what? 76. Excuse you.
Excuse you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Did Gerbil even do his thing? Oh, he passed.
did. He passed. Okay. The new Dragonborn. Okay, 23 fire damage. So Gerbil, you take half of that. You take half of that, Gerbil, which is 11.
10. Yeah, sure. 10 plus 1.
Bagarath, that's 23, and then this other Dragonborn is 23.
You see, like,
Deserved.
both of Bagarath's arms, like they were this dim glowing fog. They just sort of flash real bright and then disappear, and both of his arms fall to the ground.
Cool.
He no longer has arms.
I mean, unfortunate, but cool.
Or a arm.
You guys notice that the fire hits his brother, but being a Dragonborn, some of the flames kind of lick off of his skin, and he doesn't seem to take the brunt of the full force of the fire damage. And the other Dragonborn that spat fire on him to try to wake him up mutters something to him in Draconic. Is there anybody? I guess nobody in the party would speak Draconic, but he just says something in Draconic.
Let me see.
I do not.
Gerbil.
And that is their turn.
For some
Let's see what
reason, I
languages I
speak
speak.
Elvish.
I speak Sylvan.
Oh, cool. Talk to the Fae.
Yes.
Same bit
I'll
of
scream from
Elvish,
across
bit
the
of
desert.
All right. It is Gerble's turn.
My turn. I think Gerbil is gonna stick to the old faithful shooting that longbow. Him and that longbow have been doing pretty good. If my browser would catch up with my mouse clicks, I would know how I did.
Going to miss.
Oh, all right. But do I still have Bardic Inspiration, or did I lose that last turn?
If you use it, you consume it, but you didn't use it. I don't
You didn't
think.
use
I
it.
didn't use it. What does that give me?
Roll
extra
a
D8.
D8.
Ooh.
You can add a D8 to a saving throw or an attack roll.
Okay. I think I'm gonna do that.
Why not?
Or wait, is it better to roll it on? You said it on an attack roll.
Or a saving throw.
Oh, okay. And that's this one. Sorry. I was thinking for a second you said like to calculate damage. Yeah, sure.
No,
Sure.
not for damage. There you go. 20.
Huh?
It's gonna hit.
Okay.
And you're attacking the one that was there originally, right?
That's right. Is that the one with the king helmet on? Nope.
No.
The crown?
That is
okay,
the other
yeah.
one.
No.
Cool.
I did the new one.
Yeah, I'm attacking the original.
Okay. The OG.
The OG.
All right. Do you want
That
to
means
Dragonborn.
original.
attack again?
Okay.
Original gangster.
OG.
Original gangster.
Ooh.
Nice to meet you.
Yes. I think Gerbil just put the bow around his neck and spun it around like a hula hoop instead of trying to attack.
Nice.
Yeah.
Me, I want a hula hoop.
I want a hoop. We can hardly stand the wait. I used to have that the Chipmunks version of that song on tape.
Awesome.
Is there another version of that song?
Actually, I don't know, but that's the only version of it I know.
It's all chipmunks.
It's all Chipmunks all the time.
I miss the days when every song had a chipmunks version.
Me too. I can think of a few choice songs I'd like to hear from the Chipmunks now.
WAP?
Yeah, that was the first one that came to mind.
How did I know?
I was about to say.
Nice. All right. It is Lucas' turn.
Alright, so I have to use my action to maintain my Crown of Madness, and I will do so. And yeah, I'll just end my turn. That's all I'll do.
Okay. Rathaga.
All right, we're gonna hit this longbow one more time.
And obviously my
And it's gonna
order
work
is
this time.
for him to attack his friend.
Great. Deep breaths. This is gonna work.
Nah, it didn't work.
I hate it here. All right, that's all I got.
Okay. Bagarath, who's got toasty arms now.
Yeah. I went a little too far with the RP there. Now I can't use my sword.
Yeah.
What have I done?
Kind of committed a little much.
Bagarath is gonna focus. He's made of smoke. Anyway, that's not what I meant to do. He is going to cast
He's blowing smoke.
Moonbeam.
Ooh. Con save, huh?
Oh. There we go.
And I'm assuming you're positioning it to hit both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. Disadvantage. Each to move out of the space.
I think this would this was a mistake. I feel dumb because that would make me lose concentration on ensnaring strike. So
Feel not dumb.
okay, thank you.
Feel not dumb.
It's upon when a creature enters the spell area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there. So this is its first.
So it's when their turn starts, they'll take that damage.
Right.
Good deal.
9 radiant damage.
Okay. Anything else from you?
Not a whole lot.
All right. So on their turn, they both yelp as 9 damage of radiant light is burning.
Yikes.
Their skin's already dry enough.
Ah!
Got him.
The one charmed by me must attack his friend.
Yes. Brother, what are you doing? And he mumbles.
Because he is crowned with madness.
He mumbles something in Draconic.
Anakin, I loved you.
You are my Baba, Anakin.
And
I hate you.
he misses. He's going to do a wisdom save. He fails.
See if he
that
can break
too.
free.
Fails it.
Not wise enough.
The other Dragonborn is going to try to attack Bagarath at disadvantage, right?
Sure.
No, because you got rid of the searing, the vinies, so it's just normal.
Yeah.
Cool.
Miss. Okay, I guess that hit.
Sure.
Come on, Luker.
Let's go.
I refuse.
I refuse.
5 slashing.
Ow.
See, I knew it would be a low number. That's why.
If only Luker were here.
I am here. I only have so many spell slots, guys. These aren't free actions.
It is Gerble's turn.
Fireball. Alright. Let's see. Gerble's gonna... Oh, let me account for these last 2 arrows that I shot. Sorry, one sec.
I think we're on a critical fail turn.
Oh boy. Not good. Okay. I'm gonna... Gerbil takes aim at the original Dragonborn.
You're like, what?
It's gonna miss.
No.
Oh!
The ODB.
Pew pew.
The OGDB.
It's gonna miss too.
ODB? Okay.
You're just
Yeah.
slinging arrows and they're just laughing at you.
Yeah. And I'm laughing because I don't get it that they're laughing. I just thought we were all doing that.
Everyone's just having a great time.
Yeah.
These memes.
They're so good.
Oh man. Okay. Just a Dragonborn defending his homeland.
Kill your childhood friend, Lamau.
I don't know why Lamau just makes everything.
It is so funny.
Maybe it's just me, but Lamau just is automatic humor
No, it's so
button.
good.
When you press the humor button,
Wow.
Gerbil, that's your turn.
That's
right?
my turn.
Luca. Bring
Oh,
us
it's my
home.
turn again? I have to use my action to maintain my crown of madness.
Okay.
Which I shall do. And end my turn.
All right, Rathaga.
Ooh. All right.
I need
This
better
is the
bonus
moment.
actions.
This is gonna work. I'm gonna
I
take
believe
out
in you.
the longbow.
Don't call your
Zero faith
shots.
left in myself.
Don't call your
Don't
shots.
call me baby.
Yep. That's why you don't call
Are
your
you
shots.
kidding me? What is? Oh. All right.
Extra
well,
attack. Do it.
Nope. No. Shit. All right. I hate it here. What is
The
happening
Lamau goes
tonight?
both ways,
Lamau.
it seems.
It's a
Lamau.
double-edged sword, that Lamau.
All right. That's all I got then.
Okay.
Ask not for whom the Lamau tolls.
Nice.
It tolls for thee.
Tolls for thee. Bagarath, your move.
You see the fog, his arm like reform as he
Okay.
is able to swing his greatsword at the lowest health Dragonborn.
Does nothing.
Then he tries again.
Does nothing.
That's not
No, no.
He just kind of waves. Hey guys. And that's his
Alright.
turn.
Nobody has good enough attack to hit it.
Do you need to re-roll that moonbeam junk?
If it's their turn, I guess.
Yes, it is.
Yes, moonbeam them.
Burn them under the moon.
This is why I chose
Desert
this, because
moon.
I don't have to.
Under the
Nice
neon
passive
moon.
damage.
I mean, I guess I just. Okay. I'm good at this.
How much damage is moon?
Do I have to redo the con save?
2d10?
I don't know.
Did you link this? Did we link the spell? Okay.
I did. It's up there. Hey. Da, da, da.
Okay, yeah. They redo the con saving throw. Yes.
Okay. This will be a group. No, I'll do con saves. Each. One. That's the original OG.
Fail.
This is the other guy. Fail. They both fail.
And
Yeah.
fail. 4 radiant damage.
Burn, baby.
Burn.
Yeah, it's just.
Disco inferno.
Please die. Okay.
Please die.
Burn that mother down.
The OG Dragonborn's looking very, very beaten up.
Well, hopefully his buddy will finish him off right here, right now.
Well, let's see. 2 longsword attacks against his buddy. Ouch. That's looking like it.
Yes. Do it.
Do it.
Brother! Brother, no! And he executes his brother in front of your eyes.
Classic.
So the old
Classic
Jew-
Dragonborn.
Old G Dragonborn is dead.
PU2.
Yes.
How do you finish this?
Yeah. With his brother on the ground pleading with him as you watch him
Yep.
murder
Oh,
his
wow.
fellow Dragonborn. Breaking every sort of code that this civilization is built upon.
Muck.
We've set the downfall in place.
You have.
Good.
Who needs an alien invasion when you're destroying yourself from within inside?
Whoa. You brought it home.
You brought it home.
You brought
Well
it
done.
home.
So then after that, just in a lot of confusion with his madness, he's going to try to escape it, and he does not. So you have control over him
Nice.
for a whole nother round. So it is now Gerbil's turn.
Oh boy. So he's technically our ally, right?
Well, he's under this spell.
He's my ally.
Okay. Okay.
He's got a crown on his head and he looks crazy.
So I shouldn't try to
Also,
like.
technically, I can't order him to not attack. I can just choose who he attacks.
Oh,
So prepare for that, guys.
I should
Here
like.
comes
I should like.
Here's a
have
pro
him
tip:
or-
it's not
Moral
going to be me.
quandary.
I mean, you cast
This is
a
one of those
spell. I feel
hard
like you should-
decisions they talk about.
Yeah.
I mean, not super hard, but I could see how it would be hard for someone.
Did I like? So I can't like ask him for like gold or anything. Like, give me your stuff.
I like how you're thinking now.
Yeah. Thanks. All right. Well,
That's solid.
I'll just stab him then. I'm gonna stab him.
I'll just
stab.
I got a hand axe. I'm gonna stab him.
You know, murder.
You know.
You
Did
gonna-
I click it?
Axe him.
I'm gonna axe him.
Look, if he kills us while we're invading his land, it means he values his stuff over our lives. So
That's gonna hit.
One way of thinking about it.
It's the only way.
Force
Is that
slashing.
how that works? I was just like, the only way.
Forward slashing damage.
All right.
burn, baby, burn.
Anything else
I'm just
from you,
so
Gerbo?
freaking pumped up right now because I've been listening to this music so much.
He's ready to go for a run.
Yeah.
It's the Dragonborn. I wanted like a Garuru Desert, like music, something kind of tribal.
Oh, nice. It's
Yeah.
pumping me up. Yeah.
Yep. So, you got another attack if you want it, Leadbed.
Oh, that's right. I do. I forgot. Sorry.
Attacks for days.
It's so many attacks.
That's gonna hit.
That's right.
Just cut him down.
Baby.
Okay.
Ooh, baby.
I put my axe through his forehead and try to take the crown off because I think it looks cool, but it doesn't quite work that way.
Nope. And
It's more of a metaphysical crown.
Yeah.
he's like, "What are you doing?"
And I'm just like, oh no! And then I'm just like terrified that this guy's still alive, so I just wail on his face until he stops talking to me.
You just don't have the axe anymore, it's just in his forehead.
Yeah, and I'm just like, good, that's not traumatizing at all. That's great. This is fine.
All right, it is Luca's turn.
Well, rather than choose one of my closest friends to be attacked, I'll go ahead and drop the Crown of Madness. And you're welcome. But I'm gonna use Vicious Mockery, and I'll say, you just killed your best friend.
Oh, wow.
All right.
He's got to do a wisdom saving. See if that affects him.
As
at
you
all.
mock him as a tear wells.
Either way is equally horrifying, whether this affects him or not. Yeah, he's hurt by it. He takes 4 psychic damage, and he has disadvantage on his next attack.
What have I done?
Big dummy.
Okay.
I'll end my turn.
It's emotionally devastating. This poor
Yeah,
guy.
it's been a very disturbing battle.
Yeah, this is... Man.
Violence punctuated by just like devastating statements.
right. Just like disillusionment. Life is meaningless. You can lose everything you love in an instant.
Yep.
Brutal.
Classic
You
adventuring.
can turn on your brother and murder him to death.
yeah.
All right, Rathaga, your turn.
All
Well,
right.
anything else from you, Luca? I don't want to cut you off.
Nope, I'm good.
Cool. All right, Rathaga.
I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna move back over kind of into the action here. And take a hand with my
It's just how
great,
I feel.
great club.
Okay.
I can click the right one. There we go.
That's gonna hit.
Nice.
Okay.
And I think that's all I can do.
Okay.
So I'll just hang out and wait to get hit back.
All right. Bagarath.
He's gonna greatsword. 15.
It's gonna hit a miss. 23 is gonna
23?
hit. 23 is gonna hit. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. It is his turn. All right. First, I'm gonna do. Is the moonbeam still active? Right. So we gotta.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to get that out of the way first. You killed your friend. Well. He fails. So roll that radiant damage.
11.
All right. You all watch as the moonbeam shining down on him from the desert sun, or from the desert moon in the night. He just drops his weapon and drops to his knees in mourning over killing his brother. And you all watch as he gets burned alive by the radiant damage and is no more.
Do you guys think
Bad
that
for
my
these
axe
guys.
survived that?
Good.
Can I get my axe back?
So you all, after that group,
He's like, no. He
No.
takes it with that
Yeah.
with him.
it burns up. No, you get it. It falls to the ground. So thank you, players, for going a little long tonight. But we're just gonna wrap up real quick with some quick role play, a little quick cutscene. Chop chop. All right.
What's that from? That's awesome.
Okay. So you
Apparently it's
guys,
from Nick.
It's apparently.
it's night in the desert. You have got these two Dragonborns. You immediately sense that you need to get up out of here, and you can hear marching off in the distance as more patrols are sort of converging at your point. And so you get up and get out, and then you are able to cross the desert, the remaining Dragonborn territory, and then you notice that you have a kind of couple of boulders that you pass through. They're just very kind of large rocks that are set into the dunes, and you'll notice that. Oh, that's good. Climate change, a nice little
Cool. Yeah.
Nice.
desert night. You guys notice that the boulders as you pass have burn marks on them. So you've effectively crossed out of the territory of the Dragonborn area. At this point, the territory becomes a little familiar for you, Bagarath, as your head appears in space.
Was that
was
the
glorious.
moon setting for the sun?
Yeah, that was
Slow.
the giant climate changer Teletubbies face
Teletubbies
in the
face.
night sky. So you all exit the Dragonborn. You notice the territory marking, so you're effectively out of the territory. At this point, Bagarath, even though it's a desert wasteland, you are familiar with the direction that you need to go. You all follow Bagarath. He is very good at spotting wild animals, and he's very good at spotting travelers for criminals. You know, the prison wasteland is full of different types of criminals. You've got the capital murderists and the capital crimes that kind of get isolated by this thief society that lives out here in the desert, so they kind of roam by themselves in small pockets throughout the wasteland. You have the kind of white collar crimes that are all unified around the Sun Devil at his camp, and then you have kind of the thieves and the robbers that wander around in big clusters. Usually they have a big leader, like a hobgoblin, for example, that lead them. So Bagarath is very good. It's almost like you watch him come into a Sixth sense of where people are and their positions and traveling through the desert, so you don't come across any wandering criminals or wildlife as you make your way to the camp's location. You all come upon this grandiose camp out in the desert. There's maybe 20 to 25 tents, all very large and arranged around one another. And you can see one big tent in the middle that is very tall and has a different tapestry color. The other tents are kind of white. This one is purple. You travel in to this little camp area. You notice that there is a lot of travel. It's kind of set up like a little town. There is a lot of people here. Most of them look like they're banished nobles. They look kind of like they are just here making their own life when they weren't able to make one in Sandtopia. You notice a good variety of races, D&D races. You notice Tabaxi, you notice High Elf, you notice Half Elf, you notice Human, you notice Halfling. So you kind of notice a little bit of everyone, Tiefling, and all these other races that are kind of just a little town. What's interesting is as you approach, you receive no resistance and no welcome. People are watching you and aware of you approaching, but there's no sort of stopping you or even sort of welcoming you. Everybody's just watching you. You have eyes on you the second you're there, but no one seems to be trying to do anything to you. You all follow Bagarath's lead. So Bagarath, I'm assuming, since you've been here before, you know that the big tent in the middle is the compound of the Sun Devil, the tiefling that runs this area. So you all follow him to the big purple tent. You enter the big purple tent. You notice it is kind of set up like a desert castle. There's a nice runner of a rug, kind of like a red carpet, but it's blue, that runs from the big entrance of the tent all the way up on some rocks that are arranged to make it look like a little plateau that a sort of desert throne has been built upon. Driftwood from the desert, pieces of the desert, little tumbleweeds, little bits of metal and rock have been created into this sort of hand-built throne that sits in the middle of the room, with two monk-like guards, human but very tall, with no hair on the left and on the right. In the middle of the room, there is a scene. You see the reddish skin of a tiefling that his eyes seem to cut through you and clock you the second you enter. And in the middle of the floor is three individuals that seem to be wrapped up in desert garb. They are bloodied and dead. There is blood that is spilled out onto the ground. There's several different stab wounds. They are all laying face down on the ground. And then on top of them is just a splash of all these different parchments that look like to be sketches and blueprints and drawings. And they are kind of just arranged haphazardly on top of the bodies, almost like an incident had happened. And as you approach, the red tiefling pipes up and says, "Ah, yes. What perfect timing. You see, the marshals of Sandtopia are here. Welcome. Now, I'm assuming you want to claim your prize?" And you all look down and wonder how this incident has happened, and you get a unnerving feeling that this creature that you are encountering has done something to cause this to happen. All the eyes on the room stare at you, and you wonder what sort of mess you've got yourselves into as Sandtopia marshals. And that's where we will end this episode for tonight. And I wanted to kind of set the scene because I feel like you could just play this in the background after we as you all are. So that ends our session for tonight, folks. What have they found at the camp of the Desert Lord? You will have to find out in 2 weeks.
Oh boy.
That's right.
Oh boy.
You'll have to wait a whole another week because we're going to have an exciting restart of the Unbeaten Path next week.
Nice.
So tune in next Monday.
Say, whenever I see a leader upon a throne, I want that throne. So we'll see.
We shall see. I know you. I was going to go to more character strippings, but I was trying to just give you a little teaser. But you were definitely jealous of his setup there, for sure.
Oh yeah, I got that. I understood what you were going for.
Yeah.
I know you engineered this entire campaign just to make me jealous, and it worked.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, that's what I do. I try to find different things like desert rocks to make Rathagas' character jealous. I just try to find ways to make you all jealous.
Characters. So this is not one of them.
Yeah.
I try to find a rare variety of blue chickens, for example. Just trying to do different things to
Of course.
spurn you
It's
guys
easy to make Bagarath jealous. You just put people with bodies in.
Just everyone with a
on. Ooh,
physical body.
what is that, skin? I don't understand.
I want some of that.
So,
Let me get some of that skin.
well, we ran a little light tonight, fellas. I appreciate you players. I appreciate you, Climate Changer, Leadbet, PS Zombie, and Alex for playing tonight. Thank you all for joining us, either now or after the fact. Check us out on YouTube. We're keeping up all these videos online, and we appreciate all of the likes and retweets that we're getting on Twitter and TikTok and Facebook. Thank you all so much. Everybody have a wonderful night, and thank you for joining us, and see you next week for some Unbeaten Path.
Right.
Buena noche.
Good night.
Bye, friends.
Name.